Welcome back to the channel, good friends. We're going to finish putting this thing back together, major disassembly, so we can get a clean install on the film. The paint protection film slash cosmetic change is complete. So we have a lot of the lighting already started here. We have the tail lights wired up and working. A lot of the lights you get in, they fit. Pretty much the fitment in the areas where they're supposed to go is okay, but the wiring doesn't match up perfectly, so you have to do a little bit of custom wiring, which I have that finished. The tinted parking lights, marker lights are in, so we're going to finish installing those and then walk around and make sure everything's working. Let's get to it. I will light everything up towards the end of the video. To show you and make sure everything works. But we have pretty much the whole front end here wired up and ready to go. We got to get these in. We have to get the rear markers, the top markers, front and back. I do have the LED tail lights in. They look pretty awesome. I have those working. And the rest of them, the marker lights, are over here. They are in. They are LED, so I'm not worried about safety, guys. This isn't going to be an everyday driver, obviously. It's going to be something to hang around here and show customers a cosmetic change when it comes to PPF, how thick it is, what it feels like, what it looks like. And, I'll drive it around and enjoy it. I don't plan on selling it anytime soon, so I don't have to worry about the lights as a safety feature. That's why I went tinted. Something like this, when you build something like this and make it personal, it's going to be hard to flip and hard to sell. Could take up to, 3, 4, 5, 6 months to find somebody that has the same taste as you. And I'm not even finished yet. When I'm finished with this, it'll definitely be one of a kind, something that I envisioned and I will enjoy. So this will be mine. This will hang around and join the stable with my Corvettes and some of the other toys. All right, let's get this clamshell hood flipped up over. And the parking light will come in here, the wire coming through, and hopefully fit perfectly where the old one did as well. Let's grab one. It really doesn't say if it's front left, front right, so I guess it doesn't matter. By the way, I'm glad you guys could stop by and keep me company while I'm putting this thing together. I really enjoy talking to you guys while I'm finishing some of this stuff up. Not a video on a channel that's trying to sell you a product or a tool or anything. I'm just happy that you are here to keep me company. Well, before I secure it, let me snap it in here, lock it in. Is this going to fit? Well, that fits nicely. Some of these lights, like I had to completely rewire the front and partially rewire the tail lights because they just weren't a perfect match. They fit where they're supposed to go. They're made for the H2 Hummer, but made in China or whatever. You got to kind of be a little bit creative and customize some of your own work. That plugged in nicely. Let me hook up that side there, and then we'll hook up the battery again and test these before I secure them. All right, that comes in through here and then gets hooked up right here. Hopefully this goes in just as nice as the other one did. Yes. Excellent. Okay, all of these were some of the custom pieces of wire that I had to do. I shrink wrapped it, protected them, did them the way they should be. And then once I know everything is working properly, then I will run this around all the wires and protect them even more, make it look a little bit more professional, give it a cleaner look. But For now, I wanted to leave some things exposed in case something goes wrong and it doesn't work, then I can get to them. Okay, does this go a certain way? Well, we'll put the lettering so you can read it upright. And hopefully these holes line up. By the way, I apologize for the sound quality issues I was having. There was a wire in the receiver that was shorted out. I guess that's why I kind of made it monotone. When I'm editing videos and I'm on a small laptop, it's hard to pick up on that, so I missed it for about 3 or 4 videos, and I guess it was really soft. I had no trouble hearing it in editing. Some of the stuff gets lost, the quality uploading a little bit. All right. Wow, these plugged in and they actually, everything lined up. Nice. All right, let me get the other side. Let's make sure this is right side up. There we go. And I'm hoping this lines up just as well as the other side did. By the way, the shot manager is right in front of me. I'll get a shot of her. It's funny, if I don't get her in a video, I make sure she's in every one of my videos just naturally. I mean, she's my sidekick, so. But if I don't get her in one of my videos, boy, do I catch hell down in the comment section. The star of the show, aren't you, girl? By the way, they make these, brand new with the Hummer logo. That one is really deteriorating and falling apart. It's only held on by plastic clips, so next time I'm online, I'll have to order one of those as well. Might as well go all the way with this project. Oh, sweet, and then there's clips to hold the wiring too. Excellent. All right. All right, we'll close the hood and make sure everything on the front clip is working before we move on. And if it is, then I can clean up the wiring a little bit. Yeah, everything's good. Those are on a separate switch. I know they work. We got 1, 2, the marker lights, LEDs. Let's go to the other side. See, they're fine. When they're turned on, there's enough light, as much as any other parking light. There's the shop manager. Say hello. And we have everything there. All right, excellent. Now with these, they just plug into where your bulbs were. And then there's diodes in there to adjust the current because these take less current. So, I don't know how I feel about that. I hope they stay in there. When you slide these lights in, it kind of pushes the film a little bit, so we'll have to be a little careful with that. And we might as well get these on because they're held on with the same nut and bolt. All right, let me hit the turn signal, make sure that works. Brake light. Nice. Okay, red in the back. These three have to stay off because we're putting a new piece on here. This is going to get a piece of Raven matte black PPF, but we can get these on a while. And those are Phillips head screws. So once we get the wire connected, there's just one screw that holds it on. So it kind of slides in on one end, and then the screw goes in from the top on the other end. There it is. It's just a Phillips head, and with the plastic being brittle on this, even where it screws into, I'm not going to use a machine or anything. I'll do everything by hand. This one goes on the other side. It can only go in there one way. There it is. Slides in, and then got to tuck the wire in. That didn't sound good, but it's in there and it's tight. Okay. So yeah, that's tinted. Let me show you. Tinted, but you can still see it's red tinted. It's not tinted to a point where it's, you know, blacked out completely. When you come back here, kind of gives you that effect, but from the sides, it's going to be plenty bright. Okay, let's slide up front and get these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights attached. I'm going to have to climb up top here. I do have this cowl off, so plenty to step on that won't get damaged because it's all heavy duty up here. Let's carefully come across and attach this one. I might as well check the hex lighting while I'm up here. No, that's for another time. Slides in, tuck in the wire. There we go. And then we'll have to make sure all of these work again. Since these wires have been manipulated, you never know. We short them out. Okay, give me a little one. That one almost went off the edge. Looks like that only goes in there one way. There it is. Let's snap it in there. There we go. There's that one. There's that one. One more of these little guys. And there's number 3. Number 4 comes over here. All right, everything fit. This almost went together way too easy. There we go. And now those are on. Just these left, and the connector that went into the old bulb style does not fit the new LED style, so we'll have to rewire those. And then those are the last 2. And then we'll save those 3 for when the satin piece of PPF goes on there. As you can see, the film is laid down and goes all the way into here, and then is trimmed out around the secure points for the marker light here. And then when the marker light goes in, you can see the nice clean install that it gives it. And then we'll use these black screws. And there we go. One more light right here. All right, now let's fire everything up, make sure all of the lights are working before we put away the tools for the day. All right, let's start in the back. Parking lights. Right turn, left turn, 4 ways, brake lights. Everything up top is working and visible. LEDs. On the side, front, top. And we're good to go. All right, that's going to do it for this video. Coming together rather easily and nicely. While this clamshell is up here, I'm going to keep working on the front end, putting this tray and handles on, flip it back down, get the grill and grill guard on there and the bumper pieces, and just keep on moving. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. I'll catch you in the next video.